Okay, today we're going to get into a little bit harder problems. This one has variables on both sides, so we need to get the variables on the same side. So probably the step I would like to do is minus 4x. Again, you could choose to do something different. 5x minus 4x is just 1x. I don't usually put the 1. Minus 3 equals negative 9. Please don't lose that negative sign. Now I brought my variables to the left. That means I need to get my numbers on the right. So to get rid of this minus 3, I'm going to add 3 to each side. I get x equals, signs are different. I subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. Negative 6. So that was a fairly basic problem. Next one has everybody's favorites, fractions. So if you want to get rid of the fraction, you need to find a common denominator. What do 4, 3, and 6 all go into should be what you're asking yourself. Well, they all go into 12. So I'm going to multiply every term here by 12. And now I'm going to cancel. 4 goes into 4 once, into 12 3 times. So 3 times 3x is 9x. Here nothing cancels, so 12 times 2 is 24. 3 goes into 3 once, into 12 4 times, leaving me 4 times 1x, which would just be 4x. 6 goes into 6 once, into 12 twice, leaving me 5 times 2, which would be 10. And now it is like the last problem we did, since we don't have any fractions. So I'm going to get my x's together by subtracting 4x. You might choose to do something different. 5x minus 24 equals 10. Again, I want to get my variable here by itself, so I'm going to do the opposite of subtract 24, which would be add 24. I get 5x equal 34. Divide by 5. And since 5 won't go in there evenly, I'm just going to leave my fraction 34/5. It is in lowest terms, so I wouldn't have to reduce it. Now we got to remember about distributing. Remember, I'm distributing negative 7, so a negative 7 times positive 2x would be negative 14x. Here's the tricky part many of you missed. A negative times a negative would be plus 28. 5 times negative 2x would be negative 10x. 5 times 6 would be positive 30. Again, I want to get my x's together, so I'm going to add 10x to each side. I get negative 4x plus 28 equals 30. Subtract 28 from each side. I get negative 4x equals 2. Divide by negative 4. These cancel, leaving me x equal. And I do have 2 over 4. Signs are different, so it's negative, and I would reduce that to 1/2, and that would be my answer.